Welcome once again. This is Albert, still in the stage. C30, a fourth year from the School of Education, Technology Education, pursuing that is automotive and computer, an area of specialization that through the Department of Technology Education, Moi University. I am here just to give you also an experience of technology trip 2 that also we conducted virtually. That it has been awesome that the trip has just been amazing. That when I compare my first trip with this second tenure, the second one has opened my eyes to acquire more skills. The experience here is bountiful than what I experienced while I was partaking the first visit, because in this second industrial visit I was not only able to going to see the industries but also how work is done practically by both machines in the industries and human expertise, both manually and computerized. There are a lot of gargantuan changes experienced in this field, because now a lot of work has been technologized or computerized. Hence, few manpower effort is needed within the industry. On this trip, I was able to know and able to interact with various sectors of computers in lining with SCADA, computer systems, their softwares, that is also engine computing, IoT, and how these IoTs and engine computing and SCADA are connected to this area of field of specialization, that is automotive and computer, together with other sectors, that is mechanical technology, electrical and electronics technology, civil and building technology. That are so amazing that when you see this SCADA, edge computing, and IoT and the cloud computing, they are connected and they're making work easier in this sector of technology. We bless and say thank you to have conducted this work of industrial technology trip 1 and 2. I also went through this one. I learned and how SCADA software system is used to control, monitor, and analyze industrial processes, the specific technology or protocols application, and their interconnections with other devices, and the functions that the SCADA plays in the industrial setup, such as the pipelines, manufacturing of products, recycling of waste products, waste and sewages treatment, energy consumption and management. Also in terms of communications, SCADA plays a very important role, and we appreciate this. After having experienced this one, I say that I have learned a lot through understanding how SCADA works and how the installations is being done through this industrial trip. I was able also to get to understand how edge computing relates to the information of technology, together with manufacturing processes and cloud computing software systems. I learned that every data collected must be specific and also be limited to certain storage capacity, because the more the data collected, the more space is needed for storage and more time is needed for storage compilation. I also learned that cloud computing develops knowledge, while the edge computing helps in executing the knowledge developed. What an awesome experience. After learning this, how the edge computing and the cloud computing, they are connected together, so that one collected the data and the others, that is cloud computing, execute the data. And it is awesome. I bless and I say through this one I've discovered a lot. I got a chance to learn different types of engines through interacting with them virtually. That is the aluminium types of engine and the iron types of engine in the area of my specialty, that is automotive. And I'll be able also to know which one is better than the other, and why aluminium is currently trending than iron engine. I also got the experience to learn that aluminium engine is lighter than iron engine because of the materials that is used in making the engines. At the past, we find that iron engine was the one that was being largely used, but after discoveries of many discoverers, they have come to discover that all of them engines work together, so that now currently aluminum engine is being used widely. And this because of many reasons, that one needs to understand which engine is better for his or her car, and which technology is better work, and also the cost of these engines. Through this one, the lighter the engine, the lighter the car that can able to work well and move well. We find that through this material being used, we find that aluminum engine is lighter than the iron engine because of the material being used there, making the engines. In terms of conductivity of it, we find that aluminum was discovered to be the best than iron recently, but in the past, as per the modern technology, identify that iron engine was being used. But today, other engines in all the cars, we find that iron is not aluminum is being used more than iron engine, and we thank God, we thank for the technology that has come. Now, automotive being my area of specialization, through this industrial trip 2 conducted, I got an opportunity of learning more about the petrol engine and the diesel engine that are now available in the automotive sector. I experienced and learned that both engines are internal combustion, having some anatomy but different in operations, whereby in terms of spark ignition, petrol engine is considered, and in terms of compression ignition, diesel engines are considered. I discovered that spark ionizes the gases from the electrical insulators to electrical conductors, where the hot gases transfer heat to cold gases to deflagration. I learned that diesel engines lack sparks and ignition coil, while petrol engine has them. I learned that petrol engines are homogeneous, while diesel engines are heterogeneous in nature and how they are made. Having known from the knowledge acquired from the classroom setup that petrol engines and diesel engines are the main engines in the automobile industry today, both being internal combustion, I learned there differences that diesel engines was named after Rudolf Diesel, hence referred to combustion ignition, because of the initiations of combustion process relies on the heated air by compression rather than on electrical spark. Now, in terms of power output of these two engines, I discovered two noticeable consequences on the performance of the car, specifically on the torque and the brake horsepower. As a consequence of higher compression ratio, I learned that diesel engines produces more torque, which means we get more acceleration of the line. However, their acceleration is short-lived, as diesel cars have much a smaller power band, where the torque is spread over a small area. One of the biggest differences I experienced through this virtual trip about these two engines, that is the diesel engines and the gasoline engine, is the injection process, where most cars uses combination of port injection, which injects fuel just before the intake stroke, that is outside the bore, and they are connected so well that when they combine the power, they release the power, and the power is used to drive the car. And the direct fuel injection, I learned that the injectors on the diesel engines, it is the most complex component that has been the subject of the great deal of experimentation in any particular engine. It may also be located in a variety of processes and places, whereby the injectors has to be withstand the temperature and the pressure inside the cylinders. Generally, I thank the technology department for allowing us to conduct this technology trip too, and it has been an awesome experience, having learned how the parts of the area concern of the technology education, that is automotive, and area of my specialization. I have learned a lot, I have acquired a lot, and I bless the Lord for allowing us through the technology department to conduct this virtual trip too, despite the challenges that happened. And now we have successfully conducted this trip. We thank God, and I'm blessed, and I'm happy after conducting this trip too. I've learned a lot, I've acquired a lot, and I'm trusting that these knowledge skills I'm able to also to go and explore outside there in my area of specialization. Thank you so much.